We got King coming in hot. King does not play about his mama, and I think every man can understand where King is coming from.
Your mama, go dig her up. Go dig her up. Post a picture of your mama. She pay respect. Stop playing with my mama. Ain't playing like that. It ain't going like that. Know how y'all bitch ass raised? I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going about my mama. I'm not going. So tell your ass mama dig her ass up and post a picture that look better than my mama. What's wrong with you? Y'all better tie y'all shoes. Y'all don't know who with. You better put that music up and shut the fuck up. Cause all that other shit ain't gonna get on my mother. Your mama. Dig that bitch up. Not going. Not going. Now what the you gonna do about that? Not going. I don't give a about how you play it. Not going. Post my mama like your mama ain't. Go put some flowers on that. Man, posting my mama legend. Your mama Jay. Stop, man. Don't never think you can get on this level and you can compete with us. We on a whole different ball game. At a whole different type of level of respect around here. You get on that do that bitch ass shit. You a hoe ass. I would say that shit to your face, man.
King jump.
You know what's crazy about this situation? King has every right to lose his cool like he is. But I'm gonna tell you another thing. One thing that 50 don't have that Tip got, family. A lot of times people call family that they're friends and the people that they surround themselves with. No. I'm talking about your blood. People that you are bonded to. Not bonded through street rules. Bonded by blood, sweat and tears, the way you raise them. He has a wife. Tip has a wife that he went through battles with. No matter how you look at her, at the end of the day, she's a successful female that was with a successful group, Escape, wrote for a lot of people, co-produced songs. Tip in his own right is doing his own thing, wrote for people. Is a big artist, big rap artist, did his thing, played their movies. But you know another thing that make Tip that dude? He raised his boys and his girls. He raised them. Daddy is around. Whereas though when you look at 50, you don't see his kids. You know why? Because he got one of his females that got ran up in by Puff. That's not 50's fault. It's not 50's fault. But that lets you know right then and there that the difference from Tip and 50, 50 don't really have a family. He's not going home to a family. We know that for a fact. He's not even cool with his son Marquise no more. As of why he was what? In his teens or probably earlier than the teens, he stopped really messing with his son. And most likely that's probably not 50's fault neither. It was just he had a baby mom that was reckless and wild. But at the same time, it still does not take away what Tip got. Tip got a family that got his back. And Tip was very respectful. So this is where we at now. We in a place now where it's family against one dude. So if anybody else jump in it, they're jumping in it just to try to take up for 50. But most likely, I don't think nobody's going to jump in on that because I think a lot of men probably looking at that situation, saying that stuff. Even probably people that's cool with 50, like, damn, I'm gonna stay out of that one. Because deep down inside, they probably want to tell Fifth, yo, dog, you went too far. I'm just saying, hey, it is what it is. From the look of things, it looked like 50 Cent is becoming a person that's starting to become very disrespectful to the point where as though it's not entertaining anymore. When you disrespect someone's wife, you already overstepping your boundaries, especially when Tip came out his mouth and said that he wanted to battle you on back and forth I believe it's you know what I'm talking about with the Jeezy and Gucci Man did the battle. I forgot what it's called. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And 50 decided to go further by posting T.I. is a snitch, whereas though nothing had to do about the back and forth of going each other's catalog. I think it's sad, man. I think it's sad and distasteful. Like real talk. Like right here.
You and 50 got a beef or something, man? Because I seen a post today where they were saying that you were supposed to be in I guess one of the power what's the name? I guess two of the actors on the show said that you were actually supposed to be on the show and then they replaced you with Method Man and they weren't expecting it or something.
No, that's not true. 50 and I, we were executive producers on a different show outside of the Power universe. But nah, man, me and 50 cool. I'm the only one who's not offended by his brass approach, and he's not offended by mine. So, you know, we play rough, but we ain't no issue.
One thing I like about Tip is he handled himself like a man. But now we at a point now that happened years ago. Not only that happened years ago, that happened where Tip didn't actually do anything to 50. We know that for sure because nothing ever came about it when 50 came on stage and talked bad about Tip. Talk about how stupid he was. This nigga done got locked up. 50 does what he does. But Tip didn't entertain it. He just said what he had to say and kept it moving. But this is where you start to see problems start to transpire when you start to see this. And this is the sad part about it right here. Look.
Each other, man, you know what I mean? I said, you think about that? You want to do that? I said, yeah. He was like, all right, cool. So, yeah. And I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there and we'll line it up. Right. And he said, all right. And when I jump out there, act like he ain't know what's going on. Then that's what it was about. You know what I'm saying? Now, it about, oh, you playing? Okay, you gonna play. All right, cool. But how about blood?
Yo, this 50 Cent versus T.I. situation is getting real personal now. And honestly, it makes way more sense once you hear T.I.'s side of the story.
It ain't my fault you look like your mama.
So boom, T.I. recently did an interview with Gillian Wallow, and he basically revealed that him and 50 had already talked about doing the verses in real life, while they were back both out in LA handling a movie stuff. According to Tip, he brought the verses idea up to 50 first, and 50 was like, yeah. And T.I. was basically like, yeah, I'll start first. So in T.I.'s mind, this was a real conversation, not just internet trolling. Not just rap talk, an actual discussion.
Okay, so first, like, you know, it was really about...
This is how you know that something is off right now. I don't know if something is off because 50 felt some type of way about something, or could he be that he's just hateful? When we start to see somebody starting to start stuff for people that tends to not make any sense, it can be it doesn't make sense because the person is becoming disrespectful because they just want to be a bully. They just want to be somebody that just starts something and it keeps them going. It keeps them motivated. It seems though 50 is not the person that's just bored. He likes catastrophe. He likes chaos. We've seen this happen with Jim Jones. No offense, but Jim Jones might have sparked some things up about saying some things, but at the end of the day, it seems like once 50 gets started, he does not know when to stop. But it's becoming a point now where as though the him not stopping is becoming very disrespectful because now you start to talk about this dude's wife. Come on, man.
Celebrating each other's catalog. Me and out back there, bro. This shit, I ain't just called it the blue. Yeah. Me and out back there.
You talking about you were 50?
Yeah, man. We talk about that, man. Shit come out of nowhere.
All right.
Nigga, we were moving around in LA, man, selling some TV shows while we were around each other, man. You know what I mean? I said, think about that. Like, you want to do that? I said, yeah. He was like, all right, cool. So I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there and we'll line it up. Right. And he said, all right. And when I jump out there, like he ain't know what's going on. Then that's what it was about. You know what I'm saying? Now, it about, oh, you playing? Okay, you gonna play. All right, cool. But how about fuck all of it? Oh, look, I don't even want to, man. Cause now I question your character. I kick that, then you know, man. Say you don't want to do it. All the other extra lame shit, man. Goofy.
So y'all talked about it, you saying? You went out
Yeah,
there.
years ago. Years ago we spoke about
I
it.
think it'd be a great battle, though. I think.
Ain't gonna happen. That gonna happen, man. I don't want to stand on stage with him. I have no interest in standing on stage with him. I don't respect him.
But then 50 left him hanging. And that's why the whole thing feels different now. Because from T.I.'s perspective, this ain't just jokes. He feels like 50 played him.
This is how you know when things go too far. And when it go too far, you can tell Tip really respect 50. Problem is when a person respects you and the other person that you respect don't respect you, they start doing stuff like this. It make you realize that their character is a flawed system. One of the things that I notice about a person like 50, when you pay attention, you will notice that the way he grew up is a tough way to grow up. But along with growing up the way he grew up, you realize that he never had love. You know that from his experiences, and you know from what he was talking about when he talked about his mom being on drugs and she was out in the street. You also know that his grandmom and his grandpa cared for him, but he really was watching himself because he was a lot, you know what I mean, a lot older. And, you know what I mean, being a teenager, he was getting into all types of trouble. But that lets you know right then and there that he was psychologically just off. That's why he was as rough as he was. He boxed. You could tell everything with 50 was more so meaningful to be more destructive, fighting, shooting. He was on the block. He was doing his thing. But at the same time, when you watch clips of him throwing yayo into the bushes, it goes to show you what kind of mentality he had. He don't have a mentality of just love. It just is what it is. And you can tell from the way he operates and the way he moves from a sense of if you're not loyal to him or he got a problem with you or something slight, just something small, he about to go crazy on you. But the sad part about it is this is the thing that hurts people and make people start to hate you. And it's sad because he don't seem like a one that really gives a damn if you hate him or not because he moves at his own beat. So 50 is his own man. He's his own leader, but he's also somebody that's very destructive. And it's sad to be a person this ignorant. See, a lot of times we conflate a person being smart just because we look at their success. We look at their success and we say to ourselves, "Oh man, he the man. He doing it. He producing this show." We rate everything off of that, but we also overlook the ignorance that's happening amongst our own people when we see them always jumping on another person of their color. I'm not trying to say that just because someone's your color, you should let them get a pass. But 50 is looking like he don't give a damn about nobody of his color. It looked like he just goes at people that's his own kind just because. But don't get it twisted. I'm not dumb to the fact of some of these people he go at, they asked for it. You know what I mean? I get the Irv Gotti situation. He's not gonna let that go. Now the man's dead. He still be stomping on him. Ja Rule, he still be going at him. If you try to kill me, I'm pretty sure I probably hate you too. But I want you to see some more stuff because it's some more things that just make you sit back and say, damn, man, like it's just sad to see how things are just escalating to something like this. It's-
The 50 Cent and T.I. beef just crossed the line of no return. Dead relatives are being dissed. Based on what was said tonight, man, there's no coming back from this. And if these two dudes ever see each other, somebody's gonna get hurt really badly. This entire old man boomer beef actually started on Shannon Sharp's podcast when T.I. said that 50 Cent has been ducking him for the verses.
Nah, I said I wanted 50. That's what I said. He don't want no smoke though.
Oh, Lord.
I called my man out. He don't want no smoke. He ducking smoke. It's cool. So now here we trying to think about.
So you see how a little situation like that can escalate into something totally different and then end up turning into something
Now,
like
I'm
this.
not one to gossip, but I will serve you the tea. You know what? Ever want to have bill delivery app commercial he and T.I. had as Bursary do has been doing none other. So 50 Cent posted the once viral video of what he calls T.I. snitching in court, and he says King Rat. Now T.I. responds and says, 50 Cent, you playing on my name when only one of us a rat in real life. You know I got your paperwork, right? And my transcript is available online. Your excuses is useless. Get your hoe ass in the box and shut the F up and live in fear. You soft, son. You've lost my respect. Effing ducking.
Please tell 50 bring his on out here and get this smoke.
Oh, Jesus.
Please tell 50 Cent get his hit records and come on and sit down and see what the South got to say, guy.
Jesus Christ. You say you want that man to see all full-fledged with the South.
I want him to see what the South.
This is what I'm saying, man. Like when you see all this banter, you see the good, lively, entertaining self and T.I. Like you see how entertaining T.I. is. Nothing disrespectful. But when we get to a point where as though now we at a point where as though it's like, come on, man. 50, now you actually at a point now where as though you becoming disrespectful. You starting to talk crazy about a man's wife. You're doing all these things, and this it's sad because you're actually it's no rhyme and reason behind why you're doing it. You know. Now you got Rick Ross wanting to jump in. Let's see what this dude's talking
Y'all
about.
stream that new T.I., man, that new T.I. shit, right one, that shit on fire. Tip, we want to see them old schools at the car show. ATL, let Tip know after y'all stream that nigga new shit, that shit hot. Now fuck with that. You heard me?
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover.
The 50 Cent battle. Apparently between if this conversation didn't happen. Gang, 50 Cent proceeds to post a picture of Tiny on stage, okay? Why did 50 do that? Because, man, all hell broke loose, all right? King Harris, which is the son of Tiny and T.I., he went crazy, all right? He posted a picture of 50's moms with the tombstone, talking about go put flowers on the grave. Listen, this conversation got disrespectful real quick. Now, of course, 50 Cent, he responded to King. As you can see here, he took a clip from ATL, right? With, you know what I'm saying? Using AI showing 50 is big boy. You get what I'm saying? You know, but again, people are pretty much exhausted from the memes when it comes to 50. They want to hear a real response. And I'm not sure if 50 is actually motivated to get back in that booth because, listen, how many more MCs got to release a verse, a freestyle, going at 50 before he realizes, you know what? Or should I say before he's, because right now, you know, but it's just like I see your thoughts on these records, Tiny. And like I said, people on social media, you know, they've taken.
Yeah, I think we at a point now where as though I think this beef is it's basically you gotta call it quits now. Gotta call it quits. And I say call it quits because I don't think anything is going to transpire to work out in the right manner. It's not. I think when you start disrespecting somebody's wife, it's over with. Not only is it over with, it's dead. And far as this far as like right now, I think we at a point now where I think people are exhausted with 50. And when I say people, I think a lot of people are exhausted. I think we love 50 for what he does, but now let's get into a point where it's like, come on, dog. You start to troll a lot of people now. Start to become to a point where you start to look very ignorant. Hey, it is what it is. Like and subscribe, y'all. Be safe out here.